Hey everybody, it is the 17th day of the Talk to Camera Challenge. I think I kind of had somewhat of an epiphany. It kind of covers everything. Somehow grabbing your attention, introducing a storyline, introducing tension, all of this being done, potentially not having the context of previous videos, building the tension, then ultimately the payoff. The idea was a map. Sounds simple. Now, I've got a card here. It's just a picture of a map that I drew this morning. You know, a map has a destination. It has where you are, where you got to go. And the path is an adventure. When I was a GM, I gave all of my players the map of my campaign world. And at first, you know, it didn't mean a lot to them. I mean, it looked nice. But then as they started exploring this world, they started tying key events to different places. And the world comes alive, right? So with the campaign, characters aren't just going from this location to the end. They're jumping from here to this location for this adventure. Then they're traveling to this location. Then they might go back to this location. Then they might meet some more people up here. You know, the whole idea of the campaign is that it's much bigger than just the one adventure, and your characters grow over time. So I actually drew this picture here. It's talking about a journey. You know, the map on your left is interesting. The map on the right is pretty boring, right? Because there are going to be all these potential twists and turns. Now, you can't do that necessarily in just one video. But if you can develop a map, then you can start to give people the context. So I got this idea that a map can be mental or physical, digital. If I can somehow include that in imagery or something, I can show points along the way, right? And I drew this picture too. You've seen the maps, right? You know, that like in a park or something, you are here, you know, and it points to a specific location. Then I can use that map to then build anticipation. I can show progress. I like this idea of potentially embracing side quests. Good stories have not only the plot, but they have the subplot, right? So if I have the destination in mind, then it's all about figuring out what the journey is. We might start off at confusion and then contemplation. After contemplation, clarity. That's kind of the journey's path, right? Another way of saying it would be indifference to then interest to then inspiration. And I like that idea of that being a journey. An adventure. If the journey is confusion to clarity, then I need to focus on educational elements in some kind of interesting way. In order to determine what might be interesting to you, I start with what's interesting to me, right? If it's indifference to inspiration, then it's more of a build up to a call to action of some kind. And then I have to get into why would you want to follow the path that I'm putting forth. Then I can build on the idea of my own story. Why did I take this path? What if I hadn't taken this path? What happened as a result of me not taking this path early enough? The thing about personal stories is no one really cares about your personal story unless they can see themselves in your story. Keep seeking His face. God bless.